Hare Krishna, welcome all the devotees for the all auspicious Srimad Bhagavatam class in this early in the morning, 15th February 2023. Start our session. Jnanatimirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshmurunmilitam yena tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatin Vyasam Tado Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langaiti Giri Mitpatmaham Mande Shri Guru Dinataram Paramanandamam. Hare Krishna reading. The Google map of today's words is like this. And this first canto, 5th chapter, is talking about Narada's instructions on Srimad Bhagavatam for Vyasadeva. So yesterday, Brajanath Vardharaj Prabhu, he talked about the verse 24. So the verses 24 to 29 talk about stages in Narada's devotion. This Narada Muni narrates his past life, and this is how we are today discussing 1.5.25. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ucchiṣṭa-lepān anumodito dvijaiḥ. Anybody can repeat?
ucchiṣṭa-lepān anumodito dvijaiḥ.
sakṛt bhuñje tad-apāsta-kilbiṣaḥ.
sakṛt bhuñje tad-apāsta-kilbiṣaḥ.
evam pravṛttasya viśuddha-cetasas.
evam pravṛttasya viśuddha-cetasas.
tad-dharma evātma-ruciḥ prajāyate.
tad-dharma evātma-ruciḥ prajāyate.
Word meaning translation and purport by His Divine Grace says Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ucchiṣṭa-lepān, the remnants of foodstuffs, anumodita, being permitted dvijaiḥ by the Vedāntist brāhmaṇas. sakṛt, once upon a time, sma, in the past, bhuñje, took, that by that action, apāsta, eliminated, kilbiṣaḥ, all sins, evam, thus, pravṛttasya, being engaged, viśuddha-cetasas, of one whose mind is purified, that particular dharmaḥ, nature, eva, certainly, ātma-ruciḥ, transcendental attraction, prajāyate, was manifested. Translation. Once only, by their permission, I took the remnants of their food, and by so doing, all my sins were at once eradicated. Thus, being engaged, I became purified in heart. And at that time, the very nature of the transcendentalist became attractive to me. Purport. Pure devotion is as much infectious, in a good sense, as infectious diseases. A pure devotee is cleared from all kinds of sins. The personality of Godhead is the purest entity, and unless one is equally pure from the infection of material qualities, one cannot become a pure devotee of the Lord. The Bhakti Vedantas, as above mentioned, were pure devotees, and the boy became infected with their qualities of purity by their association and by eating once the remnants of the foodstuffs taken by them. Such remnants may be taken even without permission of the pure devotees. There are sometimes pseudo devotees, and one should be very much cautious about them. There are many things which hinder one from entering devotional service, but by the association of pure devotees, all these obstacles are removed. The neophyte devotee becomes practically enriched with the transcendental qualities of the pure devotee, which means attraction for the personality of Godhead's name, fame, qualities, pastimes, etc. Infection of the qualities of the pure devotee means to imbibe the taste of pure devotion always in the transcendental activities of the personality of Godhead. This transcendental taste at once makes all material things distasteful. Therefore, a pure devotee is not at all attracted by the material activities. After the elimination of all sins or obstacles on the path of devotional service, one can become attracted, one can have steadiness, one can have perfect taste, one can have transcendental emotions. And at last, one can be situated on the plane of loving service of the Lord. All these stages developed by the association of pure devotees, and that is the purport of this stanza. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshmur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Tapatakamulam Sri Guru Vaishnavamcha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raguna Danvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Paridana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Cha Vishakanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostume Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vamcha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Papanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So this ucchiṣṭa-lepān is a very wonderful word, which is the key word in this verse. Ucchiṣṭa-lepān anumodito dvijaiḥ. But only here the conversation has started, and now Narada Muni was sharing his past life, how he was and what he was, how he got completely transformed by the association of the devotees. And he was mentioning to Vasudeva, "Oh Vyasa, only once by their permission I took the remnants of their food, and by so doing all my sins were at once eradicated." And this is the proper evidence proved by Narada Muni that the association of pure devotees is so important in anybody's life. Thus, being engaged, I became purified in heart. Cheto darpanamarjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam shaya kairavata chandrika vitaranam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in his first verse of Sikshastakam that so much dust accumulated in the heart can be eradicated just by chanting the holy name of God. So here Narada Muni says that just by the association of the pure devotees, his heart got purified. At that time, he has developed a taste for higher taste. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, pure devotion is as much infectious in a good sense. Good sense in the means we should not take it negatively. In a good sense means pure devotion is an infectious disease actually. A pure devotee cleared from all kinds of sins, the personality of Godhead is the purest entity. So unless we are pure, we cannot able to take the purest. For this reason, we need to have the pure devotees association, and everything is very easy then. So Srila Prabhupada mentions that these saintly persons are Bhakti Vedantas. So the boy Narada became infected with their qualities. It is the same thing, you know. If you happen to make friendship with the drunkards, you will also become a drunkard. Or if you make friendship with sports persons, you will also become sports person, because the same bhava we will also get the people whom we associate with. So here Narada Muni took a great opportunity that the remnants of foodstuffs taken by them, with their permission he had, and thereby the entire magic had. But at the same time, Prabhupada gives warning that there are some fake devotees also. They are also wearing dhoti, kurta, tilak, kantimala, and their heart is not cleaned, and easily we can make out that they are not pure devotees. So we should be very cautious. And in the name of spirituality, in the whole world, so many fake gurus are cheating the public. And public also in Kali Yuga, they wanted to be cheated. And this is the nature of Kali Yuga. They wanted to be cheated. So there's a very pathetic situation. But by the association of pure devotees, all the obstacles which are on the path of a devotee is easily removed just by taking a higher association. But what we do, in our daily life, whenever there is a Gita class or a Bhagavatam class, or daily we have Zoom session, and the mind says, why do you wake up early in the morning? All these days you slept so nicely, but what is the need, devotion is there. After waking up by 9 a.m. or 10 a.m., then we can start, why do you want to disturb your sleep, It is not good for health. And these are the instructions from the mind. And if you are also, your intelligence is agreeing with your mind, yeah, what you said correct. Why should I wake up early in the morning, Why should I sleep my sleep? It's not good. And your intelligence agrees with that. Thereby, this Maya influences you and you will happily sleep. And by the time you wake up, it is already 9 or 10 a.m. Then all our auspicious Brahma Muhurta activities have already done. And we regret for that. What did I take the decision? I simply heard the mind's words, then I got cheated. The whole world is carried away by this. And also daily we watch so many videos and we happen to meet so many people. We take their association. Thereby we are, influenced by these modes of material nature, and our devotional service is disturbed. So here Prabhupada says the neophyte devotee becomes practically enriched with the transcendental qualities of the pure devotee, which means attraction for the personality of Godhead. See, Lord has performed wonderful leelas, adbhuta leelas he has performed. And chanting the holy name, the Lord's Krishna's name are so auspicious. Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Madhava, Madhusudana. When we chant these names, and it's very auspicious. And also, Lord is famous for his pastimes and his qualities and various other leelas, avataras he has performed. A living entity is naturally attracted with these things. But if we associate with the non-devotees, naturally there will not be any attraction for the Supreme Lord. So here, infection of the qualities of the pure devotees means we need to, when we associate with the saintly peoples, we need to observe what do they do, what time they wake up, what do they eat, what time they sleep, what is what is their prime activity during the daytime. If you can able to follow this, and your success of spirituality is guaranteed. So thereby our taste for Krishna consciousness increases a lot. Therefore, a pure devotee is not attracted for material activities. Maybe on the road, there are so many things are going on. When you go to office, when you start your work, maybe you can see a beautiful woman, you want to enjoy her. You see a beautiful car, you want to enjoy the car. You see a beautiful man, you want to enjoy him. In this way, we are so much attracted, but we are not attracted for the holy name or the worship of the Lord. What we are attracted, because we are in the material world, this Kali Yuga influence is too much. But however, Kaler dosha nide rajan hasti ek mahatguna kirtanad eva krishnasya mukta sangha param prajāyate. In the Kali Yuga, holy name of the Lord is the only panacea for all our problems. So at the end, Srila Prabhupada says that all these stages of bhakti develop only by association of the pure devotees. And that is the purport of this 1.5.25. And if we can go to the Narada Muni's pastime. So here we can see that in this picture, saintly people have reached his place. Narada Muni so humbly served them because he was born as a maid servant son. And in that cottage, Narada Muni received sadhu people, and he and his mother served them like anything. And they served prasadam also. Then, with their permission, the boy Narada honored with great reverence the remnants of the foods. That means the food left over by the sadhus with their permission, he had eaten, and immediately he got transformed. And this cannot be taken as lightly or mechanically or artificially or whimsically. First and foremost is we need to serve the devotees with a humble mode. But here, associating with the sadhus, what does it mean? It means these things. Pure devotees association means we need to respect the pure devotee from our core of heart, and we should attentively hear Gita, Bhagavatam, and the scriptures from that pure devotee. And also we should humbly serve the pure devotee. Oh Prabhu, oh Mataji, oh Maharaj, please be seated. I have arranged a nice asan for you. Would you like to drink a glass of water? And what would you like to have this time? And we need to humbly serve, and we should humbly ask them. And very importantly, taking their association means following the instructions of the pure devotee. If these things are not done, and that does not mean association we are taking. Simply we are there, and that does not mean. We have seen so many people coming to ISKCON, and they simply eyewash purpose, they come, they go, and they don't hear any Gita Bhagavatam, and they directly want to have Lord's darshan, and so they have darshan and go away. And they don't hear a Gita Bhagavatam from us, and they do not serve also. And where is the question of following the instructions? So association means all these things have to take place. Finally, following instructions of the pure devotee who is a guru himself, then everything will come into place. Otherwise, we do not take any association. Okay, so loving devotional service, how does it develop? Only by the association of the pure devotees. If you see Vyasa Maharshi, he was in a morose stage. I wrote so many scriptures, but I could not, I was not at all happy. Then on the scene, Narada Muni appeared and he narrated, you explain the pastimes of the Lord. And the same thing explained by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with his associates. And the same thing Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he passed it on to Bhaktivedanta Swami in Ulta Danga in Calcutta. And the same Srila Prabhupada also, he became a initiated disciple of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and he also passed it on to the so many disciples worldwide. And the worldwide disciples of Srila Prabhupada, who is one of them, is our Jaipataka Swami Guru Maharaj. He also spread the same glorious pastimes, name, fame of the Lord in front of Radha Madhava Astashaki in Mayapur, which is ISKCON headquarters. And till today also, Guru Maharaj disciples are so many are there. They are also passing it on through the Bhakti-Vruksha system. By fortune, if anybody joins, these audience are there, here Vasudev, here Chaitanya Charitamrita devotees, and here all the Calcutta Vasis, and here the Western people, and here all mixed Western and Indian and other countries, and here all Bhakti Vruksha students, they are all very fortunate because they are doing all these things, respecting the devotee, Bhakti Vruksha leader, hearing from them and serving humbly and following their instructions. In this way, a devotee is relieved from the material pangs. So I just like to mention this verse from 4 verses from Chaitanya Charitamrita, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shares. These 4 things are verses are very important. Bhakta pada duliyara, bhakta pada jala, bhakta bhukta tina mahabala, the dust of the feet of devotee, the water that has washed up the feet of a devotee, and the remnants of food left by a devotee are three very powerful substances. See, Bhakta Padaduli, Bhakta Padajala, Bhakta Bhukta Avashesha. These three are most potent things in our bhakti life. Mahaprabhu continues, Tate bara bhara kahi shuna bhakta gana vishwasa kariyakara yaitina sevana. Therefore, my dear devotees, please hear from me, for I insist again and again, please keep faith in these three and render service to them without hesitation. So Mahaprabhu's strict instruction is there. In 61, he says, Yaitina seva hete Krishna premahaya punah punah sarvasastre pukhari yakaya. By rendering service to these three, one attains the supreme goal of ecstatic love for Krishna. In all the revealed scriptures, this is loudly declared again and again. Pukhari yakaya. Then 63, Lord says, Tina haite Krishna nama premera ullasa, Krishnera prasada tate sakshi kalidasa. From these three, one achieves the highest goal of life, ecstatic love of Krishna. This is the greatest mercy of Lord Krishna. The evidence is Kalidas himself. Okay, so here I would like to share some of the pastimes basing on these three items. What are the three items? Item one is, Bhakta Padaduli. Bhakta Padaduli. On this, there are so many aspects, but I like to share some of them. Like, Lord Brahma, he wanted to take Padaduli and dust off the feet of a devotee. Then he stayed there in Brahmagiri, in Barsana, to take Vrajavasi's Padaduli. So that was the desire of Lord Brahma. And also Lord Shiva took different form of a hill. And there is a wonderful temple. It is called Nandeshwar Mahadev in Nandagaon. And he also wanted to take the Padaduli of the Vrajavasis. Then there is another personality, Uddhava. He also wanted to take birth as a blade of grass in Vrindavan to take dust of Vrajavasis. Even it is said that even till today, Uddhava is there near Vrindavan, near Govardhan Hill. And he is there as a creeper. Creeper means is one of the blade of grass. So they are in that highest mood that they want to take dust of the Vrindavan, dust of the Vrajavasis. Even Prahlada also asked Hiranyakashipu, see, if you want to get rid of all your sins, you need to roll and roll and roll on the Padaduli of all the devotees. Then all your sins will be get rid of. But Hiranyakashipu, he did not take a chance. Why? Because he is a highly egoistic personality. Only true ego devotees can take Padaduli and not the false ego people. Because their ego is in a highest version, they can never bend their head. This is the problem. Even till today also we see among us. They never say Hare Krishna, they never bend their head, they never bow down to the Supreme Lord. And where is the question of your false ego eradicated? And another personality is Akrura. Akrura also, when he was entering into the Vrindavan, at the beginning, at the entrance of Vrindavan, and with his bhakti, he would able to see the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord Krishna. Then itself, he bowed down and he made an entry into Vrindavan. And later, he rolled on the dust. Thereby, he showed himself as an example how to approach Vrindavan Dham. Because Vrindavan is not an ordinary place. This is the Bhauma Vrindavan. In this earthly planet, there is the only Vrindavan available. It is a reflection of the Golok Vrindavan. Then also in Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in every verse he mentioned that whoever reads this Amrita, that means Chaitanya Charitamrita, and I will take dust of their feet. Every word he mentions there. And second segment we have is, Bhakta Padajala. Even when Yudhishthira Maharaj performed Rajashu Yaga, they had different services also, kitchen, like a kitchen service got by Bhima, and Arjuna also, he was hosting guests, and Duryodhana accepting some gifts. But Supreme Lord Krishna, he himself stood an example. he took a service of washing the feet of all the saintly people and other guests who are coming for Rajasuya Yaga. And he himself showed how we should do the washing the feet of the saintly people. And another thing I like to mention is, Ganga Mata. Actually, Ganga Mata is already Padajala of Krishna. And this Ganga is very much morose one day because all the devotees, all the normal people are coming and taking bath in my Ganga, in my water, and they are leaving all sins. I am full of sins. Oh Krishna, how I can get rid of these sins? Then Supreme Lord said, you don't worry. My pure devotees, they come, and when they take bath in your Ganga, all your sins will be completely removed. And the Ganga Mata is very, very happy. And in this Chaitanya Charitamrita also, there is one Kalidas, who was very fortunate. Kalidas actually, he used to eat remnants of all the devotees. He used to give a mango, ripened mango to them, to a devotee, and he keeps on watching. After all eating the mango, the seed, they throw away. And after the devotee leaves, this Kalidas immediately goes to that place, take that leftover mango, and they used to eat. That is the ucchiṣṭa-lepān. That purified him like anything. And also, when Mandir Marjan happened, some water fallen on the feet of Mahaprabhu, and it was falling. This Kalidas was drinking in it, and he got completely purified. He was drinking, and third time when he observed, Mahaprabhu said, "Oh, Kalidas, enough, like that he warned." So in some other case, it went ulta. It reverse happened, When Sudama came to Dwaraka, Krishna washed his feet, and also he sprinkled on his head, and he sprinkled on all the queens of Dwaraka also he sprinkled. And here, Lord gives an example that how we should respect a pure devotee of the Lord. So in this way, everyone was very much blissful just by taking the Padajala, either by drinking or sprinkling on their heads. And the last segment is the Bhakta Bhukta Avashesha. With this, I will complete. This Bhakta Bhukta Avashesha is the one which appeared in this 1:5:25 words. Here, the remnants left over by a pure devotee is so wonderful, so auspicious. All our material tanks will be washed out, and we can able to focus our pure bhakti path. And in this segment, I can also take some examples like, Sripada Ramanujacharya. And, once he came near the pond and there were some fish, and Ramanujacharya was eating, and his hands, had got some remnants. He just released some of them. And the fish, it caught some of the remnants of Ramanujacharya. Immediately, it appeared as a four-handed Narayana form, and it went back to Godhead. And all the disciples, they were watching. Oh my God, how is it possible? Oh, Gurudev, why don't we go like this? And because you gave your mercy for a small jalachara, fish, and it went back to Godhead. And we have been serving a lot for you. And what about us? Because disciples, they got a doubt. Then Ramanujacharya says, faith is the basis. Implicit faith in Guru and Krishna is very, very important. That's why when we also honor prasadam, what do we do? Vishwasona vajayate mahaprasade govinde namo brahmani vaishnave, like that we sing, What is that? Vishwasana vajayate. If you do not have faith, Krishna also is not revealed. That's why we should have a full faith in Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Then it works out. And sometime back, I remembered one air hostess also took the remnants of Srila Prabhupada. When Srila Prabhupada was traveling on an airplane, he was eating some chickpea rice something. This air hostess, she came, and maybe she would have fed up with all the junk food or other things, but she peeped through what Prabhupada was eating, and she, without even Prabhupada permission, her hand went into the pocket of Prabhupada there. She collected some of them. Prabhupada allowed. Okay, you can take. So after she had the remnants of Srila Prabhupada, after so many years, she became a wonderful devotee. She became a book distributor also. And some reverse cases in this segment also, Shabari. Shabari, before she gave fruit to the Lord Rama, she was tasting. But what was her mode? Whether the fruit is sweet, whether it is proper or not. And she is doing a quality check, quality assurance. Found, is found, quality found and okay, If not okay, she used to throw it aside. And if it is good only, then she used to serve Lord Rama. So here, Lord Rama is eating the remnants of Shabari, and Lord Rama's Juta also eating so many other devotees. Like, this is a vice versa. The rasa is being exchanged by the Lord. So Lord does not mind for pure devotees, whether they are giving with Juta, no man, does not matter. And Lord also keeps so many things behind him, like, this Kshirshwar Gopal. And for his own devotee, he had stolen cup of paisam, kheer. He kept it aside. For whom? For his own devotee. Even I heard Vardaraja Perumal also, he used a juta plate of Kanchipurnas. Like that, these transcendental mellows are awesome. Nobody can able to stop the real love between Krishna and his pure devotee. So last but not least, Srila Prabhupada, I can just finish here. Here, in one picture, you will come to know how these three items are made. Give me a moment. The very powerful substances in bhakti are these three items. These three items are Bhakta Pada Doli, and the water washed by the pure devotee, and the remnants eaten by the pure devotee. These are all called Mahaprasad. Like, we offer bhoga to the Lord, it is called Mahaprasadam. If any pure devotee accepts it, it is called Mahaprasad. So this Mahaprasadam is very much available in the temple. We are supposed to take this advantage. And last but not least, Srila Prabhupada gives a caution saying that, caution by Srila Prabhupada is, there are sometimes pseudo devotees, means fake gurus, fake devotees, and one should be very much cautious about them. The pseudo devotee who is anxious to achieve material gains cannot attain the highest perfectional stage, because the Lord is in knowledge of his motive. One merely has to become sincere in his purpose. And then the Lord is there to help every way. Genuinity or sincerity is the primary thing. So anyone who has got this desire that I shall enjoy in this material world is a sinful man. This is also a statement given by Srila Prabhupada in the same words. Okay, thank you very much for being with me to hear this auspicious ucchiṣṭa-lepān words.